So what we are witnessing is a happy event because it shows that the army has matured. You have people who entered when they are young, now they are retiring as generals. It means the system has matured and stabilized. At one point you would feel uneasy. So if this general leaves, who would give leadership? Now we are out of that situation. There are soldiers who died in battle. They are fighting for the country, they are killed. But because of weak organization at that time in the system, and also lack of sufficient resources in the government, these soldiers were not compensated for a long time. You know, when a soldier dies in battle, there should be compensation. Something we call gratuity is paid to him, but also there should be regular payments to his family, his or her family, so that the family can be sustained.
Now, to do with water stress areas, the Ministry of Water and Environment, through the Eastern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation, WaterAid UK, and Welsh Water signed a memorandum of understanding worth $1 million aimed at increasing inclusive, sustainable access to wash in Namutumba, Namayingo, and Buyende in the eastern regions.
Thank you very much once again.
In the bid to improve water supply and extend service delivery to the less privileged, the Ministry of Water and Environment, together with its implementing partners, signed a memorandum of understanding to address inclusive, sustainable access to wash in Namutumba, Namayingo, and Buyende. The signing ceremony was graced by representatives from the Ministry of Water and Environment, WaterAid UK, and Wash Water, the Eastern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation.
Project is to add on the improvement, enhance performance, enhance efficiency, such that where systems are old, for instance, if there is any leakage, we have materials which we can use to repair those areas and minimize on water losses, because any water loss translates to increased tariff. So that's what we are doing. This project is timely, and I know it's going to do a good job.
There are clearly lots of communities under the auspices of the Eastern Umbrella, but we picked these three schemes because they all had slightly different challenges and were at different stages of development, and we felt that if we could tackle and improve and get to sort of best practice level three schemes, and actually it would act as a benchmark and a model for the other schemes. So the concept came together in 2019, but of course with the global pandemic we couldn't travel as much, and fundraising also in the UK was suppressed. There weren't the same kind of opportunities to raise.
The project will also tackle sustainable utility management for small town schemes and reduce reliance on carbon-based fuels through system optimization and the adoption of solar pumping.
Funding is about $1 million for this entire project. Supplying water, but does the customer have it 24 hours? Because in some towns you are able to supply for 2 hours, 3 hours. But this project partnership is going to aim at improving on the supply to make sure that we supply water for 24 hours. You make sure that the customers get the right bills, the leakages are repaired in time, and also the water quality, to make sure that the sampling is done properly and we ensure that the water being supplied is of the right standards approved by UNBS and World Health Organization.
We will be improving asset management, customer service and customer relationships, increased reliability of water supply, and extending the water supply so that more people can benefit the supply of safe water nearer to their homes.
Zahra Abigaba, UBC News.
Installing of speed governors will not curb rampant crashes on Uganda's roads, says Winston Katushabe, the Commissioner, Transport Regulation and Safety at the Ministry of Works and Transport. He urges motorists to commit to observe the most basic rules while driving, such as observing speed limits, avoiding intoxicants, and reducing driving distractions.
In just 2 weeks, 4 fatal road accidents have cost the lives of over 40 people and left over 100 severely injured. Reckless driving and vehicles with poor mechanical conditions are blamed for the rampant accidents.
Most of these challenges are caused by human error. Yes, there are areas to do with the vehicles, others to do with the maybe sometimes the roads, but you can see now the road network largely is improved.
To curb the accidents, there is a proposal for the return of speed governors to be installed on all passenger service vehicles and trucks. We floated the proposal to the Commissioner of Transport Regulation and Safety in the Ministry of Works and Transport.
You know, they were largely analog, and here drivers can easily tamper with these speed governors. So what we are trying to look at now is what we call the digital speed limiters. With this one, you can even have a dashboard and you can monitor the conduct and behavior of the driver. The current speed governors, the challenge is that when you install it in a vehicle, most of these drivers, of course, they know where, for example, police will be stationed. So you'll find if they know that a police person maybe is in Natete, from here to Natete, the bus will speed up, and then at times when it's towards the roadblock, and then activate the speed governor.
This was at the Vivo Energy Uganda Perfect Road Safety Record celebrations over the weekend. The 2-decade Drivers and Hauliers League Awards are aimed at recognizing and motivating the drivers' commitment to health and safety on the road.
We achieved last year 17 million kilometers accident-free, which I think is a great achievement, and that's one of the main reasons why we are here. So I say the biggest contributions for us is basically training, upskilling our drivers, make sure they are aware, make sure they adhere to the rules of the road, and at least live our motto, which is Goal Zero.
Grobella believes benchmarking with government will go a long way in curbing crashes and enhancing road safety. Ismail Wario from Seabed Transport Company was the overall winner with 100% score. He was among 400 other drivers who were recognized for their exemplary performance in 2021. Dennis Igor for UBC News.
Now, away from road carnage, Allied Health Professionals Association Alliance has with immediate effect laid down their tools over disparity and alleged marginalization. The President Allied Health Professionals Alliance, Patrick Dennis Alibi, says they have tried to engage government and different leaders, but all in vain. They now want to meet the President to cancel their industrial actions.
That we started our industrial action as the Allied Health Professionals. We've talked of this before, and today the day has come to pass. All health workers in the category of Allied Health Professionals are not working countrywide, and this has come as a result of our pursuit for government to respond to huge salary disparities that exist in health care service delivery. And besides that, there are also many other issues that cross-cut in every section of health. So with a lot of initiatives that we've undertaken to engage government, to engage different leaders in the Ministry of Health, in the Ministry of Public Service, to an extent that they promise, they put in writing, and nothing happens, we decided to do this. And we are saying, unless it is a meeting with the President, His Excellency in the country, we are not going to call off this industrial action. Because we've tried in all avenues, all what has come out are promises that don't yield results. So we call upon His Excellency's intervention in the matter that concerns allied health professionals in this country for us to call off this industrial action. We feel enough is enough. We feel for our people in Uganda. We yearn to offer the best of our services to them, but because of the way we are treated, we can't do that. And so the best option is to have a response from our president in this aspect.
There's a lot of unfairness at decision making. Our colleagues, the medical officers, have ring-fenced all positions. If you go to Ministry of Health headquarters, the highest level we have are only 2 commissioners. And that's the Commissioner for Health Promotion and Education and Commissioner Environmental Health. The rest of the commissioners are medical officers. All directors are medical officers. The Director General of Health Service is a medical officer. And there's no time in the history we've ever had a Director General who is from Allied Health. The Permanent Secretary is a medical officer. The Minister of Health is a medical officer. And when you come down on ground, regional referral hospitals, all medical soups are medical officers. It's reinforced. You come to the district.
We need money. We need motivation. Government should look at us. We are not here for nothing. During the pandemic, COVID, who are the people giving the support staff, the support services? That is the psychoeducation. It is the psychiatric clinical officers who are at the front line treating people.
Now we hope a lasting solution is found for the health practitioners. Now teachers and learners of Muntuyera High School, Kitungo in Kajara and Tungamo district have been equipped with knowledge and skills in patriotism. Patriotism instills discipline and revitalizes good standards of the school that dwindled because of frequent student strikes. Let's hear more in this report.
Muntuyera High School is a historical Church of Uganda founded school whose enrollment started declining since 2005 when it fell from 1,410 to 753 learners by 2022. A week-long patriotism training course meant to equip students with skills of handling lifelong issues was officially closed by the RDC in Tungamo district, Geoffrey Muchunguzi.
Your country, loving yourself, entails loving everybody in your country, protecting your environment, doing everything to ensure that your country develops, and even negating the bad habits and continuing with good habits. The main thing I have realized from this program is that, or what we have realized from this particular program, is that it helps students to be disciplined and they become better than they were before the training.
The head teacher Muntuyera High School, Twine Joseph Moganga, says patriotism equipped the learners and teachers with approaches of being open, communicating, having the ability to ensure identification of misinformation that often fuel strike.
And don't invite me to the dormitory area tonight. Don't invite me at the farm. Don't come to my press at midnight. And then you say I should come up and address you. And I think that dialogue is helping me a lot. Whenever students want to dialogue with me, I go there, and solutions have actually been provided timely, and riots are stopped. Save instances when they may be watching Arsenal playing Manchester United, and the generator goes off, and the member goes off, or DSTV is switched off, and then they want the master to goes on. We call that one sporadic, and that instance, when it is sporadic, and you want the master to give solutions to unrealistic demands, then I say students who are indisciplined. But in an instance when their grievances are well presented, I've always provided timely demands. That is the peaceful order that you are seeing in the school.
The Deputy Chief Political Commissar National Patriotism in the Office of the President, Colonel Nelson Ahewa, said the patriotism training was to share with the learners ideas for improving discipline and performance in academics.
We believe that when learners and teachers, because we've been conducting concurrent courses for teachers and for students, once they self-discover who they are and why are they here. That a discovery of the motive will focus their attention, will avoid them being abused or taken away from their focus, and they will concentrate on their studies.
Joshua Kagor, UBC News.
It's time for us to take a short break, but of course when we do return, we do have more for you. Stay with us.
My waka, now come and see for yourself. See my waka that I got with Momo Nyabo. Jambola be waka, look at you waka. See my waka that I got with Momo.
Show them waka with MTN Momo Nyabo. Simply deposit 20K or more on your mobile money for a chance to win 3 Toyota Succeeds and money to 2,000 lucky winners every week. We're giving away 24 cars and over 2 billion shillings of mobile money.
Water gives life. Water is life. But not all water is created equal. Refresh yourself with the new quality Nirvana packaged drinking water and fuel you and your passion to go further in life.
Visit a shop near you and grab a 250 ml at 500 shillings, 500 ml at 1,000 shillings, 1.5 liters at 2,000 shillings, or the 20-liter jumbo bottle at 19,000 shillings. Nirvana is a product of Crown Beverages Limited, the makers of Pepsi products.
Football packages, great entertainment, sports, local content, telenovela, the movies. There is something for everybody. Go TV, this is where great stories live.
Get the best entertainment for any budget. With GoTV, you will have great entertainment for as little as 13,000 Uganda shillings per month. GoTV, great stories, Zidiwano. GoTV Uganda, love it.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone and enjoy free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 Uganda shillings. That's free 2 GB for the first month and free 1 GB for the next 11 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings with free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 shillings only. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from that short break. Let's turn to business. Kansai Plascon Paints Managing Director Santosh Gumte has questioned the level of counterfeit products that are derailing the business community and calls for stern action from authorities to cut the vice. Gumte was meeting dealers and customers of Western Region during a dinner hosted at Hotel Triangle in Mbarara.
As Uganda recover from the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, all avenues of quality production, especially at large-scale industries, have to point towards quality. Unfortunately, the paint industry in Uganda has been hit by counterfeit products that impact negatively. This has been highlighted by Kansai Plascon Managing Director Santosh Gumte while at a dinner hosted for dealers and customers in Mbarara.
The problem that we have had at the moment is the rising prices of crude. It has grown by more than 60% since mid-December, and that basically pushes the prices of all solvent-based paints. It's very difficult to control it because that's not in our hands. What basically happens is there's a lot of, because of the war, one, there is an issue regarding oil, second, there is an issue regarding supply chain. Many of the materials which are transported over land into China are now not moving so freely. So that also creates a shortage for our raw materials which are coming from China.
Gumte calls for stringent measures to clamp down on errant manufacturers whose works are derailing all others in the business. Gumte also spared thoughts about the current economic status of the country, in which skyrocketing prices are likely to lead to business breakdown.
Materials which are transported over land into China are now not moving so freely. So that also creates a shortage for our raw materials which are coming from China. Then there is also a general container shortage in the region, and because of that our suppliers find it hard to find containers to ship to us, and also the price of the sea freight has gone up significantly because of that. So these are some major challenges, and these are beyond our control. We try to absorb much of the cost that we can. So if we see from January till now, our cost has gone up by 20%.
The dealers were also informed that Plascon has rolled out a new look cost-friendly premium wood care products, including wood care interior and exterior, wood varnish clear, wood care preservative, and Tupac. This interaction between Kansai Plascon top managers and dealers is an annual engagement that covers the entire country.
Now into the world of sports, Uganda's team to 2022 World School Games has safely checked into the Games Village in Normandy and ready for action. That gets underway on Monday in Normandy and Cayenne. Uganda is represented by 42 sports personalities in 5 disciplines, including 3x3 basketball, table tennis, swimming, athletics, and badminton. Notably on the team is swimmer Kirabo Namtebi and table tennis player Philip Napokoli, but also has the technocrats like the National Council of Sports General Secretary Bernard Ogwell.
Even with my grandson, a doctor at my side, I struggled to get the help I needed. But he saw something that day. He began to work day and night. He wouldn't quit, even when people said no. He wouldn't stop fighting. He knew something had to change, and his vision was bigger than anyone could imagine. He made it possible to receive quality medical services anywhere in Uganda by simply using a phone.
This is a story of a regular Ugandan just like you, who harnessed the power of technology to provide a solution for us. How about you tell us your story? UG needs more of you. To share your story, visit airtel.co.ug/UG needs more of you, or call or SMS 162. Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field couldn't be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back. As we get into the world of sports, let's get back to that story of World School Games by John Barnes Centum.
about my waka. Now come and see for yourself.